Here's the gondola parts all completed. Let's put it together and see how it looks. We'll begin with this first. Connects to there. Good. I'm going to take the legs. Put this one here. Put this one there. Good. Open it up a bit. Like that. Left arm. Excellent. Right arm. Backpack. And then the head. There we go. The Gundvolva. Now complete. I'll put the shield on. And since we have to remove the part that makes the hilt of the beam rifle, this, that one goes there, that one goes here, and then that one goes there. Huh. Okay. All right. Let's adjust the camera a bit so we can see this better. Looks nice. I'm not a big fan of how the joint is not staying on to this, but let's leave it like that for now. Good. There you go. So this is what the Gundvolva looks like fully assembled. It is very stiff and posable, with one little minor issue that I'm seeing here that I'm not liking. I'll explain that in a minute. Let me just get let's do something like this. Yeah, that's nice right there. So here's the big issue that I'm seeing here. Even though everything looks good, what's killing it for me, or what's annoying it for me, is the feet. The feet is a little too stout. Almost, it doesn't have a much more wider support width than other mobile suit kits that I remember building. Granted, if we take like kits like the Ariel or the Garibaldi, so like the Garibaldi here has a wider bit, where it has wider feet there, so it's perfect to, you know, balance out and spread out there, so that has more support. Whereas the Ariel, let me get it in a second. Pulled out this Ariel in a while. The Ariel has a good... Ariel's feet is a bit bigger also, and can support the weight and the positioning of the witch kits. And the Lanza, which is of course nowhere near the same range as these kits, has like it has a stout foot. It is also very wide, a wide base, so it will support its weight like this. This, on the other hand, you feel like it's going to tip over, and that's what annoys me. And that's where I think I'm going to be modifying it. Like I modified the feet of the Zowart. Granted, the Zowart feet was good on its own, but I thought maybe aesthetically it looked a lot better by me putting like pointy toes on it. Let's see if I have another. I forgot the Zowart heavy. If I can pull it out and try and give it an example. I think I put the Zowart heavy away. But going back to this, yes, this is very nice. It is an excellent. It's a drone, obviously, but it's excellent as a grunt suit for any type of combat. You could turn it into anything you want, and this is where I'm going to begin customizing this kit with some parts that I have here. I haven't thought of what to use. In a moment, I'm going to pull out what I got and see where we go, because we have hard points. We have the hard points that is on the arms. We have the 2 hard points in the backpack. In truth, these can, I think, I thought I saw something back here, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's just the arms. The shoulders can be easily updated. Now, I did mention a height increase, so maybe I can work on updating the bottom part of the feet, making it a little wider. Don't think I can do anything in the joints there. And I don't know about this. The waist, in all due fairness, the waist looks good. I don't see no issues here at all. Maybe put another plate in between. But for that to work, I'm gonna have to. Well, it's a peg. It's a peg hole. So I could probably do another, put another layer of plating there, and increase it by 1 millimeter. That would be a good idea. Definitely I'm gonna do. I think where I'm going to be working on would be the legs. The waist, maybe not here. Updating the head a bit, because I have an idea for the head, and the shoulders. Obviously, the other things will be a new gun, new shield, or an updated shield, and as much as I like the backpack, put some other new backpack back here. Yeah, that is a good idea on what I have. But what do I have that will allow me to expand it out? Give me a few moments while I prepare this table and show off parts that I'm going to probably use. Okay, so first of all, let's show off another kit here that I have. I had to get a lot of stuff in preparation for this, so I could show off a few things. First off, here is the Zowart Heavy, which technically speaking is almost the same as the other Zowart, but it has a different feel and look to it. If I remember correctly, the legs are almost the same. The only difference, I think the shoulder was different. The backpack had almost basically the same thing. I I honestly don't remember, but that's okay. So we have the Zowart Heavy right next to the Ganoid. Now the Zowart Heavy never had any shield, but it had over-the-shoulder cannons. And unfortunately, you cannot take this off and put this here because it was not molded for this. Even if we remove the backpack, you would need attachments to put it there, and there's not enough clearance. So that idea is thrown out the window. I'm going to put this back here, and then we'll take it apart if we have to. If we remove this, maybe these parts can be put on. Let's try it. Let's put this back on. No, the peg hole is a round hole, so it won't work unless you shave off something here, like replace the whole structure. Yeah, it doesn't have the clearance for this. Furthermore, it still doesn't have the clearance because look how it has to be a little bit far back for this to be used. Same holds true with the beam cannon type weapon, which I love this one, and I think we may have to use this. So, with that out of the way, let's explore some optional parts. I'm going to remove the shield, and I'm going to adjust the camera a bit so we can see a little bit more. I have some wave thruster parts, which can be put here, but I don't think that would work unless I decide to cover that up. I have these vent here, but they don't have the clearance for that. Putting it there is not a good idea. Or here, maybe, because I have an idea for that, but we don't know yet. Let's get that weapon off. So we'll put that to the side as whatever. Now I do have these thrusters, which is good to replace these two guys back here. That's actually a really cool thruster part that can be placed back here. These are the option part sets for 1/100 scale thrusters, so that'd be good there and there. So this is a possibility. We'll put that to the side. Now we do have some hand parts that maybe will be a good idea to use on this. This is actually 30-minute mission hands. That's a little bit more detail. And I wonder if these will fit on this. Let's see. It's a little short, but I could probably shave that off. The hands are not too bad. It is a bit different. Okay. Alright, so clearly, no. Then I have another set of 30-minute mission parts here that we'll put to the side. I have these Wave option parts that sensor set, J sensors, antennas, and little parts that can be put on specific areas. I do like this one. You know, maybe to put something here on the arm. Put it to the side. We do have option parts for heads. Again, 30-minute mission line. Ooh, that's actually an interesting idea. Let's remove this head for a second. Come on. So we can remove these two guys and somehow shimmy that in there. Maybe like cut that off and then cut that in and then bleed into that right there to conform with the head. So you can barely see, maybe a little higher up. As I'm looking at it right here, because we definitely want to see the eyelids, but this could be a possibility right there for this. We do also have, let's see here, I can't tell, no, because unfortunately this is not 30-minute mission parts adaptable, but I was actually looking at the white parts here for this, which I thought it was for that. We have these spoilers, which don't think they will work on the chest area, but that's an idea right there. Pretty interesting idea. Now, if we can't go with that, we do have other parts here. This is, I believe I used this from the other headsets. I like kind of this one, this little visor thing. That would be nice. I want to cover that up. Don't think that one would work. Not that one. Then we have different antennas. That's kind of cool. Using that there. But we'll keep this to the side if we have to use it. We do have some extenders here. I forgot how these work. I do have a gray version of this, but I think this goes there, or no, or there. No, or there, no. Or was it this one? No, guess it's not meant for any of these. All right, put that to the side. Now this one was from a master grade. It's from a cycle frame. I think this was from the narrative. Since there were so many extra parts, these can be added on parts or something like that. Was this the, I think this was for the inner frame, but no. So we have more thrusters here, more vent thrusters. Either put it back there, but these are more square. I would need something more elongated, you know, rectangular. I don't want to like put it over it. I want to do something a little different. So this is a no. We have these little two caps here, which, quite frankly, could go on the inside of the arms, but then what purpose would that do? This was actually from the Gatling gun set. them out. This is actually from the missile pod set that I created when I made the gun Hiss Tank a couple of years ago. I don't know if anybody remember that. And then we had these spike things here. Now, this is, I believe, the Kyoki Senkai kits. And even though this is a hole for this, putting that there would not work because it actually requires another hole connecting to that. Don't know where it would be. But this can actually be put in someplace, you know, it doesn't have to be that hole. I can shave that off and then put it in as part of the frame. Like something here. Something different. I know that that's a mold right there. But I don't think that would go there for that either. Some ideas being thrown at the wayside, but this is where you have to like self-discover what you think is appropriate for this. Not everything is going to be working out the way you want it, but these are ideas that we have to figure out. This is the other cycle frame, and I believe that could be perfect for something. This can't, I don't think that would be a good idea because that's too wide and that's too narrow. Okay. I want to do one last thing. And first, I'm going to put the kit back together. Because we're going to still figure this out. And I'm going to start, you know, small in areas. The one thing that I was not a big fan of is that gun. And the gun I want to modify. But I have another gun that I want to try out that maybe will fit with this. I don't know. This is the Kotobukiya's MSG machine gun type H and type A. I've had this for a very, very, very long time. And I remember getting it during one of the sales that Hobbyland Japan had. And I think this was an appropriate time to assemble these guns and see how they look with this and see if it's worth it or not. I believe they're kind of slightly big. But this is just an excuse to build it anyway. I just need to find my nippers. I feel like this is basically like an AK like weapon. Here we go. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm looking at the right numbers here. 11 and 12. Okay, those are 11 and 12. We have 8 and 7. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, maybe that was not a good idea. Just open that up. We gotta build those, put these together first. me put this over this and then close it up. Tighten it up a bit. That's actually really nice. There are attachments and things like that, but let me put this on and see how it looks, if it's worth it or not. There's a little bit of a, maybe almost a slight millimeter, half a millimeter in thickness. It doesn't have the clearance, so you would have to sand this down a bit, but I do like it. And this is where I don't like about these arms. The actual wrist is not prevalent enough to actually use it here for this kit. And as for the other one as well, for the other gun. Alright, so there you go. This is not bad. And there's some other stocks and other attachments. Let me put this grenade launcher on it because it looks really neat. Might as well assemble the whole thing and put it to the side, since I don't think I'm going to be using it for anything else. And I think this is the other one right there. That was number 9, right? Yep. There we go. And then that slides into that. That's actually pretty nice, I like that. And the attachment for this goes there. Good. But even though I just did this with this, I definitely want to like take this gun and remodify it. So modifications is probably going to be in the area of maybe around here, here. The shoulders is definitely a modification. If I could find a way to extend this out, that would be great, but if not, I'll definitely increase the height in. Messing around with the head. And I gotta see what I have for backpack, because unfortunately this backpack is too inwards. And maybe if there was a way to extend it out a little bit more, that'd be great, to extend something out, but I don't want it to be back heavy. Just something different. But this is an exploration of possibilities for customization, because I haven't figured out anything yet. So right now what I want to do is I want to begin sanding the parts down, and then we'll work on each part step by step until we figure out what we're going to use.